Welcome to our 13th episode of our weekly free um, AI and digital marketing live demo. And for today, we are going to demo another tool, an AI tool, which is going to make our workflow easy. And what we are going to learn today is to how to edit videos. And videos have become very important in 2026. It was very useful 2021, 2022, 2023, all the way to 2026. Now it's a non-negotiable thing that you have to do for your business. Or if you're a content creator, it's non-negotiable because videos are becoming the go-to marketing tool that you can use, because from the research, it says that people who watch video can retain up to about 85%. They remember what they watch in a video, and they can only remember 10% of what they read. And so if you know this, you know that videos are very powerful these days as marketing tool for promoting your products, for how to videos, instructions, courses, and what have you. So videos have become very, very integral part of our marketing for everything that we do. And editing video is also very difficult. And back in the days, people were charging an arm and leg just to edit 5 minutes of video. If you go to Upwork right now and you see how much people are charging for video editing, even now with AI in the mix, you are going to be surprised. So this demo is going to show you how to edit your videos, especially if you're a business or you somebody who gives instructions or teach people. There are short videos that you want to send out, right? The social media posts that you do, you want to edit them, you want them to look professional, look you want the videos to be engaging, and you always have to edit these videos. Sometimes you record outside with your camera and there's a background noise. Sometimes the airplane is flying over and you hear the noise. There's the wind, birds chirping, and all that kind of stuff. And so you want to make sure that your video is clean. One thing that a lot of people don't know is that people can deal, or viewers can deal with bad videos. But when it comes to sound, people will just skip and move on. So without wasting any time, let's dig into the slides and let's get the ball rolling. So for today, the demo is going to be remove filler words, fix audio, and clean up video fast using AI. And these three things are the most time consuming efforts you can put in a video: removing filler words, cleaning the audio, and making sure that everything looks clean for your viewers, right? And so this is something that takes a lot of time. It depends on how long your video is, but it can take you anything from 2 hours for just like a 5 minute video to 8 hours the whole day. When I started editing videos, when I started learning how to edit videos, it would take me about 4 days to edit just a 15 minutes raw video just to get it completed. And so you can see how much work you have to put into this just to get a video which might not even impress your audience. With AI in the mix, you can turn, you can produce videos just on the fly like that. And it makes things very easier for your workflow, for anything that you do. So, without wasting time, our tool for today is going to be Descript. Descript is an AI tool which I've already talked about before. If you didn't see that video, I have it in my live video session where it talks about it. I think the title of that is Edit Videos in Minutes or with AI. And this is going into in depth of that video, right? When I did the Descript, the first part of the video, I just talked about how Descript work and I showed people around how to get it and all that kind of stuff. But this one is going into one of the features that you can use, and we are going to talk about sound, fixing your sound today, making sure that you have a clear sound because that is the most important aspect of any video out there. So let's keep the ball rolling. You don't need any expensive mic, you don't need any soundproof room, and you just have to just know how to use this tool. And for those of you who want to take this to the next level, if you want Descript, I'm going to share the link with you later in the demo, and I'm going to provide the link as well so that you can test ride it and see if this is a tool that you want to use to for your business or for your clients. So so why is video no longer an optional in 2026? And this is what I was talking about. Short form video is now the number one way people discover new brands and businesses. Short videos like the ones we post on social media, we call them short videos. They are 50 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute maximum of maybe 2 minutes. Creators and business owners show up on video consistently and 3 to 5 times more. So if you are making videos about your product, about your video, about your service, about anything that you want to promote, you are going to be making 3 to 5 times, sometimes even 10 times more than people who don't do video or people who use static images and um, text or content, right? AI has made video creation accessible to everyone, so there is no excuse. No big budget or film crew is needed. So you can just record with your phone, and with all these tools, you can have an amazing virtual studio in your background. You can have clear sound. You know, my studio I'm using cost me about 15,000 to set it up, right? But these days you don't need all of that. You can just take your iPhone or your Android phone, make your video, and that's it. You can have all this software to make things easier for you. Viewers retain 95% of the message they watch in a video versus only 10% if they were reading a text, right? The demo was made for you if you are a content creator. So those of you who make videos for your clients, social media guys, this is a tool that you need to have. If you are a photographer and you edit videos for your functions, for everything, event promoters, you need this tool. Or you have to hire somebody who has this tool so that they can finish your videos quicker. Um, this is also for people who do podcasts. Now, Descript is one of the best tools out there when it comes to editing podcasts and also having virtual podcasts. You know, if you are interviewing somebody in a podcast and they are not in your studio, but Descript is one of the tools that allows you to do that. So it looks like Zoom, but it has more features than Zoom. Zoom is just one-on-one meeting. You can do a couple of things, but Descript is specifically designed for podcasts. I think when they came out initially, the idea was to make it a podcast tool, and then they started adding all these other features to it. A business owner who needs professional video content without hiring an editor. So, if you are a business owner, insurance guy, if you are uh, somebody who needs to talk to your audience on a consistent basis, you have a social media page that you talk to your clients all the time, you need this tool. And a tech professional, someone like me, someone like a consultant, you need to have a tool like this, which is going to help you to create videos quickly. And if you are a coach, yes, this is a non-negotiable tool for you. You need to have one. And why is it so important, right? Why is it so important to have clips and clear audio in your videos? Like I said, people can deal with bad videos as far as the image is concerned, it can be blurry and all that. As long as the sound is good, they will stick around and watch because you might have some valuable information that you are sharing. So people don't really care about that. But if your audio is bad, people will just leave. People don't have patience for that. They will just leave because it's kind of it's a nuisance, right? It kind of irritates your ears, so you don't want to hear a sound which is so bad because it just doesn't work. And so viewers will watch a blurry video, but they will leave bad audio under 10 seconds. Most creators record with background noise, filler words, retakes, and awkward gaps. It's normal when you are making a professional video. You want to make sure that you have all your content ready, and it's not easy coming up with talking on the camera with especially if you are an educator or somebody who is giving research information or someone who is not doing any kind of entertainment kind of video where you just come and flow and talk anyhow, right? If you are doing videos that need a lot of thinking, that needs a lot of research, and you have that information in front of you, sometimes you forget some of them, sometimes you lose your thought, right? So having a transcript in front of you for you to read, it's something that can make your video convey the message quicker and faster in a professional way. Now, let's say if you have a teleprompter and you are reading from the teleprompter, you are going to make mistakes. Even if you are talking naturally, you are going to make mistakes. I mean, when I'm talking, I use a lot of things that I wouldn't normally have in my regular YouTube videos, but this is live, so it's like freestyle. So you want to make sure that you have all these things taken care of, right? And so fixing all of this manually takes 4 to 6 hours, and that depends on the length of the video. It could take you up to days to just fix all those things before you are able to get the video out. Most people do not even know their audio sucks. They don't know their audio sucks. They don't know that their audio is the problem, and they don't get views. People are not clicking. People are not watching their videos. If you look at the metrics of their video, people just drop off under 10 seconds. That is, a big sign that your audio is not really good. So you have to look into that. And Descript is the tool that we are going to use. I've been using Descript for over a year now. I love it. And it's not the only tool that I use, but I have different workflows. And just, I keep on saying when it comes to AI tools, most of them overlap when it comes to what they can do, but every AI tool is specialized for a specific use case. So Descript, for instance, is a tool that is specialized, for making editing podcasts and also for long form videos like YouTube videos, 30 minutes videos. Aside that, it can do other cool stuff that most of the other videos can do, but its strength is in long form videos and also for editing podcasts, right? So let's go through some of the features of Descript because we've already talked about this before. It's an AI powered editing tool, so you can edit videos using AI, and you can also generate audios and what have you. You can edit in these scripts like a Word document. You know how you edit things in Word documents in the back, highlighting, cut and paste, those things. You can do the same thing in these scripts. So it makes it very easier to use. And it's for all creators, business owners, consultants, what have you. And it also has the Underlord, which is the AI feature, which has a bunch of things going on. How to fix sound, how to generate viral videos, how to add layers, how to add media, how to generate B rolls. So There's so much, and we are going to go into some of these things. But for today, we are going to focus on just the sound. And you can do things with just one click, and it's going to fix so many things. And you are going to see that, as you know, when you come to this class, all that we do is to get our hands dirty. And so we are going to go into that in a minute. And if you want to try Descript, this is the link I was talking about. You can test drive it. They have a free version, so you can test it and see if this is something that you can have and add to your tools, right? Your toolbox. And so I'm going to drop that here in the chat, and you can always check it out. And a little disclaimer here. I'm an affiliate of Descript, and so if you buy from them, I get something small. It doesn't increase your price. They just give me a little commission for that, and it helps to support the channel. So if you want to get Descript, please use my link to get it, as it helps to support the channel. And thank you in advance for doing that. And there are other AI tools out there that can you can use to edit your video. So I'm gonna go through some of them. I picked five. Three of them I'm currently using them for different workflows or different use cases. But I'm going to focus on the first three, which are the tools that I'm using, but there are other ones out there. There's plethora of AI video editing tools out there. It depends on what you want, your skill level, and what have you. I mean, I know most of the professional video editing guys who have been doing this in the old school way prefer the Adobe Premiere, right? Which is it gives them more features, but it also has a very long curve for learning, and I don't even want to deal with that. But I don't have the time, so uh, video editing tools with AI are my favorite, even though Adobe Premiere now they have the AI layer in there. So first one that we are talking about is the long form is Descript, and Descript is usually good for long form content. Any video which is more than 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 1 hour podcast, this is what is good for. Remover, it removes filler words, yes. Audio cleanup, yes. Short clips, it can give you short clips, yes. And AI video avatar, it does. And I kind of change some of these things because um, sometimes when you use I know because I've been using this too, and so don't quote me on this, right? It's just a comparison. I didn't go into details to check everything into details, but I just put them together based on what I know. But as at the time of recording, this is like 95% accurate, but tools are always bringing updates and updates. And so what wasn't there yesterday might be there today if you go and check. And so please don't quote me on this, but that is not the most important part of this whole thing. This is not a tool comparison demo. I'm just giving you just, a 10,000 feet of what tools I've been using. And when it comes to Submagic, it's also good for AI captions and animated and subtitles, B-rolls for short form content. And when you look at social media, you can or TikTok, you can see some cool videos where there's a lot of things going on, and you wonder how these people edited this video, and you might think that it might be some genius, somebody who is so experienced, but no, it's a tool that has so many templates that you can pick and choose which one you want to use, and then change colors here and there, and boom, you have a wonderful video out there that can go viral. And so when it comes to Hagin, it's another tool that I've been using. Hagin is good for making or editing how-to videos, especially if you have a product and you want to showcase it. Hagin is one of the tools that is best for that. And also, if you want to do a faceless YouTube or faceless videos, Hagin is one of those tools that you can do, because you can upload your images to claim to create your own avatar, and this avatar is going to look and sound like you, by importing, like, let's say, audio from Eleven Labs, and this is going to speak and act and talk like you. And so if you want to make videos, or your VAs want to make videos without you being in the video itself, this can do that for you. So Agent is one of them. So these three tools are the tools that I use, and like I said, they are used for different use cases. And Opus Clip is also one of the tools out there, which is just like Submagic. There are some few differences here and there, but they work the same. And CapCut is, I think most of you know, if you are a TikTok content creator, you know about CapCut, right? And that is it. I just wanted you to know the other options out there, but yeah, that's it. So for AI features that I want to demo today, um, we are going to talk about them. They are the sound and, remove filler words and retakes and shutting gaps. So let's go through them. Studio sound. Okay, so let's assume that you are outside, you saw something that you want to capture, or you are just somewhere you want to make a video, right? You are not in your studio, you are using your phone and all that kind of stuff, but there's background noise. The airplane is flying above. The big truck is just sounding its horn, and the train is passing by. There's a lot of noise going on, and you don't want to capture all those things into your video. It distracts your viewers. And so that is the studio sound. This AI tool or feature is going to clear all the background noise so that it leaves only your sound, I mean, your voice, and it makes it clearer. You can remove all those things, so you don't need an expensive mic. If you have a good one, that's great, but you don't really need all these expensive gadgets. The second one is removing filler words, which is like, I do that a lot. I'm training myself to reduce my filler words, but it's natural. Sometimes you need one or two in your speech to make it sound natural, but if it becomes too much, it becomes boring and it becomes unprofessional. If you are doing a live video, that is fine. But if you are recording something for people to watch later, come on, respect their time and do the right thing. And also remove retakes. So sometimes you are reading from a script and then you read something, you make a mistake, or it doesn't sound well, and or maybe you didn't see the punctuation marks, like the comma and all that. So whatever you said, you don't like it and you repeat it again. So these are retakes, right? And sometimes the video that you are making, it's only about maybe 5 minutes, but your raw cut is about 30 minutes, and you have to reduce that to that 10 minutes or 5 minutes. And it's because you have all these retakes, you have all these filler words. And there's another thing that is that's shorten the gaps. So there are gaps in the video. So if I'm making a video, I can talk, and then at some point, instead of pausing the video, which is going to end that clip, you don't pause the video, but what you do is you take a break. So let's say I'm talking, I'm tired, I want to drink water. I can drink water, and then I will put the water back and then continue the video. So when I'm editing, I have to shave off that gap that I have in there, so that you get a point. So these are the things, and these main things, these four things will take you forever to do it. It's the most painful thing you ever want to do in video editing. And so I'm so excited about this, that Descript can do this, and it kind of make things very fast and not boring like before. So let's move on. And guys, before we go into this demo, let me know if this is making sense. Give me some ones in the chat. Let me know, because this is more like a one-way thing that I'm doing. I can only read from you. So if I don't get any feedback, I don't know whether this is driving home some value or this is giving you value or not. So please give me some ones in the chat if you can. And also, if you have questions, please save all your questions and ask them in the in the comment section under this video. And I promise to answer all of your questions personally once I'm done with this video. So let's move on. And so there's a program, I have a program going on. And before we go into that, I just want to give you heads up about this. If you are a burnout tech professional, or if you are scared about AI coming for your job, or you think that you deserve better than a paycheck, a regular paycheck, or if you have a calling to start your own business and have your own schedule of freedom, then this is something that you want to pay attention to. I just want you to know that your tech skills are worth more than just a salary. So you can leverage your IT or professional skills to start an AI business. And I have a 6-week group life coaching going on, which I give one-on-one support. And it's all about giving you the blueprint of how to transition whilst you are still employed, right? You don't have to leave your job and then figure this out, because this is going to train you to know what you need to do. And this is not going to be like, oh, you have to go and learn how to code to become an AI developer or something like that. Everything that you already know has an AI layer on top of it. So how do you identify that? Because very soon AI is going to be doing everything. So what we want to do is that we want to leverage the power of AI to do whatever we want to do. So let's take, for instance, this video editing tool. It's not going to make creators or people who edit video lose their job, but what is going to make them lose their job is that if they don't get one of these tools like Descript, then they are going to lose their job, because the competition is getting these tools to make their workflow faster. So they will be editing more videos, maybe 10 videos in a week instead of 2 videos in a week. So this AI tool, if you are a content creator or a video editor, you know that you need one. But that is how this is. So I give you that blueprint, how to use your skill and then find what the market needs in the market needs with your skills, and then you use AI, you build your own business. So you get a blueprint of how to transition whilst you are still employed. You get real results, and I have a money back guaranteed, because I believe in this system. This is how I transition from the corporate into running my own business, my AI consulting business, and my agency that helps IT companies. So I know, I've been there, I've done it, and I want to help anybody who has the calling to become their own business owner, right? And you turn your tech skills into an AI business. There are so many things that people need, right? And if you have the domain knowledge, it's easy to transfer that into AI, because the AI layer is what is going to make things easier. And I have only 15 seats, and they are selling fast, and the first cohort starts April 13th. So mark it on your calendar, and I'm going to show you the website later on, but I can also share that with you once we are done. So let's go into the demo and start right away. Now, so here I have a video that I just recorded before this class, and I did it outside my backyard, and there were a lot of noise. There was a lot of noise. There was um, I think the plane was flying, the birds, and I turned on the swimming pool pump just to create that kind of scenario, or yeah, what I want to demo in this using the video. So we are going, before there's going to be a background noise. There's a lot of I'm using those filler words right now. Repeated sentences from retakes, long awkward pauses, or thinking thoughts, and sound. It's amateur and unpolished. So let's go. Once we finish, this is what we are going to get: a clean studio quality sound. Every filler word is completely removed, and also smooth flowing sentences, only tight, energetic pacing throughout. So let's go and do this right away. So For those of you who know this script or who were in the previous class, we've done this before. I gave you a tour about this script, how this script looks like. So let's go back to the home. Once you log in into this script, this is what you're going to see. There is a preview of the recent projects that you've done already. And let's delete this one here. And these are all the videos that I've been editing. And so here, if you want to edit a new video, what you're going to do is to start a new project, or you can even record right here, but we are not going to focus on that for now. We are going to focus on adding this video right away. So it's a video project, and I'm going to upload it from my computer. I use my phone to make this video, and I kind of saved it on my laptop. So this is the video, this script, I just made it, and I'll upload it. Now, once I start uploading, that is one of the coolest things about this script, right? It's going to transcribe everything that I just uploaded. It's going to transcribe it and also select the speaker. It can detect the speaker, and the speaker is like, who is the speaker? So we have AI avatar speakers, and I also have my own voice which has been cloned, and I've named that speaker Eric. And so the reason why this script has this feature is that, let's say if you mention a word, or maybe a word doesn't come out properly, or sometimes you are talking and, with my mic, for instance, if I'm talking and I spin my head like that, you might not hear what I'm talking about. You might not hear what I'm talking about with that. And so when I miss a couple of words or sentences, then I can use that AI to generate, um, based on the transcript, what the words that I missed, right? I missed, or that I missed capturing. This script is going to convert that into sound for me using my own voice. It's not 100%, but it's way better than not having anything at all. So now we have that. The Descript also has a feature which is called the Underlord. The Underlord is the AI feature, and you can see it over here. As soon as I uploaded the video, it's asking me, what do I want? Do I want to use any popular templates? I ask Underlord for suggestions, tighten up narrative, apply studio sound, which is one of the things that we are going to do. I usually do the studio sound at the last minute. Once I'm done with all the editing, then I select the transcript, and then I apply the studio sound, which makes levels up everything. So now let's go straight into it. Now I'm gonna go to the AI session, right? This is the AI part, or the Underlord, which is called the AI tools. Now, this script has categorized this into about five different AI tools. So the first one here is to sound good, and this talks about all the sound effects that you want to incorporate into your video. So edit for clarity. This one will take care of everything, like the studio, the filler words, and all that kind of stuff. I don't really use this because sometimes it makes me do more work, unless of course I really know what I'm doing. But I usually don't use this first option. But anyway, let me give you the main things that the Underlord can do. So the first one is the sound good, which is what we are going to do for today's demo. Look good is to do design eye contact. Let's say if you are reading from a transcript and you are reading from this side, this is going to straighten your eyes. It's kind of crazy, but eye contact, make sure that you are always looking at the camera. Um, Center adaptive speaker is a beta thing that is coming. I haven't tested it yet. Green screen, if you want to change your backgrounds, you can add a green screen. Then later you can add different kind of backgrounds to it. Generate media, that is to generate other b-rolls if I want to add another video into this, or I want to add some images and what have you, I can do that. That is the look good part. And we can go into the repurpose. That is, for a video which is maybe 20 minutes, I can say that summarize this video into 5 minutes or 2 minutes. That's the create. create highlights. Now, when it comes to create clips, that is where you can take one video and make it into about 20 different videos, like what you see on YouTube, like the YouTube shorts and the reels on Instagram, short videos, 30 seconds, 1 minute. You can do that, right? All these other tools that I talked about can also do that, but they are specialized for this. Descript is not specialized for that, but it can still do a decent job. You don't really need those tools to do that unless, of course, you have a specific use case for it. And you can translate to other languages if you want. You can find highlights. Where are the most important highlights of that particular transcript that you have, right? You can do that. You can translate into different, and then you can draft a title, you can summarize, you can draft notes, draft a YouTube description. I can upload from here directly to YouTube, to Facebook, to other streaming platforms. Draft a social post. If I want to post something on social media, it can help me, and I can even write a blog from that video that I'm making. And also, it can help you to write, brainstorm, write scripts, and I can give it an idea that I want a video about this and that is going to use an AI avatar, and the script is going to produce its own script, and then once I approve everything, it's going to go. So without wasting too much time, let's listen to what I did. I intentionally, on purpose, intentionally and on purpose made so many mistakes, retakes the erms and all that kind of the filler words, the background noise. So this is like a bad video. This will, you can go to jail. If I can go to jail, I believe I can go to jail if I upload this video without editing. So let's listen to it, and I hope you can hear it. If you can hear it, you can drop a 2 in the chat so that I know that you can hear the computer or the desktop audio. Hey everyone. So today I want to talk about AI tools for business and how they can, completely how to change the way you work. So basically, if you are a tech professional and you are thinking about starting your own business with AI, the good news is that your skills are already worth more than you think. And as you can see, I intentionally took that break, that gap. So this could be in real recording me maybe coughing or sipping coffee, or maybe somebody knocking the door. I'm going to check on that. Or maybe somebody just, my kids sometimes come around and mess things, they come and stand, hey, daddy, and all that kind of stuff. So maybe that is the part that I don't want it to be in the video, so I can cut that off as well. But let's go on. How they can, completely how to change the way you work. AI is here to multiply. AI is here to multiply what you already know. Now, the thing is, most tech professionals I work with, they already have the skills. They just don't know how to package them. They just don't know how to package them into a business. Here, for instance, I did a retake. They just don't know how to package them. They just don't know how to package them into a business. So that was a retake or a repetition over there. I just wanted to bring your attention to this. And that is a long break. That is a long break. So what I want to do, what I want you to do, what I want you to do is to stop waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is not coming. You just have to start. And that is exactly what we help you do. That is exactly what we help you do inside the AI Freedom Accelerator. We help you get clear, get confident, and get moving. So, if you are ready to stop trading time for money and start building something of your own using AI, the first cohort of the AI Freedom Accelerator starts April 13, 2026. Only 15 seats are available, and the early bird price is $497. Once cohort 1 fills, the price goes up to $997. So do not wait on this. Check it out right now at aifreedom.ericbakes.com. The link is in the description below. All right. So as you can see, there are a couple of typos. Eric Baykes is Eric Baykes, so that needs to be fixed. It's going to be done manually, and also maybe I'm going to do some stuff here. So now we want to edit this video, and the first thing we are going to do to edit is going to be. Let me check my notes to make sure that I'm following the right one. So the first one we are going to do is to do remove filler words, and then the second one we are going to remove retakes, and then the third one we are going to shorten the gaps, and then finally we will apply the studio sound. So we'll go back to our AI tools or our Underlord. Underlord it's also here, but here it's more like the chat bot, right? That is when you chat with it. So I can give it instructions of the same thing. The same things over here, I can ask it to do over here. But let's go into it right away. So now the first one is going to remove filler words. And so let's try and remove filler words. And then once you click on it, it tells you to find all filler words. So let's see what filler words we can find. How many did we find? We found a lot. It tells us here that we found 19 of these filler words, right? And it's so many of them here, and you can have a preview and listen to.
Everyone. So today,
So you can have a preview. You can either skip it or you can remove it. So you can remove it one by one or remove everything. So for this training, we're not going to waste time. So now we've seen all the filler words here. We're going to remove all the filler words. So boom. Now, guess what? This would have taken me at least about an hour to figure this out. This is just a 3.5 minute video. Assuming this was a raw 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and sometimes I have like an hour, long video. And if I have to, and I come up with maybe about 300 filler words. Just imagine going through them manually and removing them. It's a pain. So we didn't just a click, we've removed all the filler words. Now we don't have any filler words. And so the next thing we want to do is to look for the retakes. And so we are going to do retakes. So we come here again and then we go to retakes. We are going to remove retakes. And then we are going to submit. And then Underlord starts working, looking for all the retakes and duplicates. Now, how many did it find? It found 5. And so you can also preview them and listen. All right.
just say this clearly. AI is not here to
Right. And so it's going to cross out to let you see what is canceling out and then what is going to maintain. So let's just say this clearly. AI is not here to replace. AI is here to multiply what you already know. Now, all these things have been removed, all this repetition. AI is not here to replace you. AI is not here to replace you. AI is here to multiply. AI is here to multiply. So with this one click, I can either accept it or edit it, right? Or I will say discard it if I want to reject it. So I will accept it, right? And I will accept that. And then I will accept the next one, or I can replay.
replace you. AI is here to.
So I will accept this as well. And now you can see that it's cleaning it up. clean up. And the last one, let's see where the last one is.
And that is exactly what.
So now we remove that. Now we've removed um, filler words, which I just used, and we've also removed retakes. So retakes is also going to take you about the same amount of time, and it's more painful. And this is what I was talking about the speaker. I just saw it because usually it will ask me to add a speaker. It didn't ask me, so always at the top you can always select the speaker. Now I only have me here. You can add more speakers if you want. So the speaker here is Eric. And so here is just that it's going to use my voice if there is a voice missing. And I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. Um, for the next one is we are going to shorten the gaps. So once we finish shortening the gaps, then I can tell you how we can use the sound. So we go back to our AI editor, Underlord, and then what we are going to do next is to shorten gaps. So when we come to shorten gaps, I have my own time that I've given. And so I say that anything that is more than 3 seconds, and you can set it to whatever you want, right? Any break or any gap that is more than 3 seconds, I want you to um, reduce it to maybe 2 seconds or 1 second, right? So let's find the gaps. Let's find all of them and see. Look at that. We have 12 based on the reports here. We have 12 of this. And we can also, the same way, we can listen to them.
Where you work.
And then you see, there's
So
silence.
basically,
So, and then
you
there's
think.
another one. As I was walking, and could
I
be me
have
doing.
been.
So here we come here and we say that shorten anything that is less than 3 seconds to 1 second. Maybe I can take it to, even less than that. So here, let's see what we're going to get. We want to shorten everything. We can do them individually, one by one,
Where you work.
or we can shorten all of them. And so now we are going to
So
reduce
basically,
all the nines, anything that is more than 3 seconds to less than to 1 second. Sorry. So we shorten all, and that is also going to do that. The AI is doing its work, and it's going to remove all of that. Now we have a video. We started this video with 3 minutes and 34 seconds. Now we have 2 minutes and 24 seconds. Just this 1 minute can take you 2, 3, 4, 5 hours to get it done, right? We've reduced this quickly in with just 2 clicks or 3 clicks. So now we've done that. Now let's go back and listen to what we have. This is not like the final, but at least you've removed everything apart from the typos and all that you want to fix, which we are going to do that in a second. Then you have a clean audio. So let's listen
hey
now.
everyone. So today I want to talk about AI tools for business and how they can completely, how to change the way you work. So basically, if you are a tech professional and you are thinking about starting your own business with AI, the good news is that your skills are already worth more than you think. I have been working with a lot of clients lately, and what I keep hearing is that people are scared today. People are scared. They are scared AI is going to replace.
All right. So here, for instance, you can see that it didn't remove the retakes. People are scared. And what I keep hearing is that people are scared today. But it didn't consider it as a retake, but I know that, okay, it's a retake. And so sometimes, the AI doesn't know everything, right? So for instance, this one is double. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to remove this. And just like Word document, you can delete it right away. And now it's gone. So let's
People are
listen to
scared
it.
today. They are scared AI is going to replace them before they figure out how to.
You can also see that I still have some gaps here. And so what I can do is that I can open my timeline and see how much gap it is, because I said that it has to reduce them to 1 second. So I can come back again and say that anything that is more than 1 second, reduce it to maybe um, let's say 0.3 seconds, right? And then now it's giving me all the results, right away. So I can do shorten again, and it's going to shorten them even further. So you can clean it up as much as you want. If you think that somewhere it's not really great and there's still a gap in there, you can close it. And you can use this part to also close the gaps. Like here, for instance, I can hold this and drag this and close it. And so this makes it so easy. I can move things around and check, visually in the editing window, and I can move things around, and I can just move things around and reduce the gaps that I have. So you can use the manual. This is how you do it manually, but have been using the AI part. So if you know how to use the tool, you know how to use it manually and also how to use the AI. So now this video is better than
So today
before.
I want to talk about AI tools for business and how they can completely and how to change the way you work. So basically, if you are a tech professional and you are thinking about
So here, for instance, there was no repetition, but I said things that wasn't even on the script, right? So here I can also, so let's listen again.
everyone, so today I want to talk about AI tools for business and how they can completely and how to change the way you work.
And how to change the way you work. So AI tools for business and to and how and how so and how to change. Yes. So I can delete this as well. And let's see.
Business and how to change the way you work. So
See?
basically, if you are a tech
So
professional and
this
you are thinking
the way you can edit things fast. Now let's go to the bottom here. It made a mistake, and so let's fix that mistake. So there was a typo here. I wanted it to give me the website, the full website, and so I can do this. And then you highlight this, and then once you highlight that word or phrase, whatever it is, you can correct it. Now I can correct it and say the aifreedom.com, aifreedom.com. And then right away, I fixed that typo over there, right? And it also says Eric Bakes, Eric Bakes, but ericbakes.com. So here I wanted to fix because the AI detected Bakes, not Bakes. And so here I'm going to correct this, and I'm also going to use another feature, which is an AI feature, which is called Regenerate. Now, Regenerate helps you to create new words, words that you didn't say or words that you said but it wasn't able to be captured in the audio. You can use this to create that. So let's use this to correct it. And this is going to be ericbakes.com. And let's assume that I'm going to correct this. And now let's assume that Eric, yeah, so let's assume that I don't like the word that came out, even though I mentioned it well. Let's assume that I didn't like it, and so I want to use the AI to generate this particular word or phrase. So I can go to regenerate, right, and then I can tell the AI that when you are regenerating this sound, also regenerate it with the video. And so I will check this box, right? This is still under, it's still in beta, so they are still testing it. But sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not that great. So I always turn it on, and if it doesn't work, I undo it and then I do it again. So let's go back. Let's do it and see. And once it finishes, it becomes white. So let's see how things go. So now it's done. and let's listen to what the AI, and this is what I was talking about, the sound. This sound that I already put in there is what is going to use to generate this word. So let's listen. I think it's still working. Yeah, it's still working. Let's listen and see.
Check it out right now at paytracks.com. The link is in the description below. Your tech skills are worth more than a salary. It's time to stop renting them out and start building with them. I will see you inside. Stay luminous. Thank you very much.
All right. So it looks as if there are some stuff here, so it's not really picking it up properly. So let's use this word to let's use this phrase to regenerate and see if what we are going to hear it's going to be different from what you hear from me. All right. So let's
See
see.
you inside. Still luminous. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful.
Right. You can hear how it sounds. It sounds a little bit different, but it's better than not having anything at all. Let's assume that I missed this or mentioned this, right? It's in the script, but I wasn't able to capture it in the sound. This will be
See
generated.
you inside. Still luminous. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
So this is the AI voice. It's my own voice, but it's AI generated. And so this is how you fix things
I will
which
see you inside. Still luminous. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
so you can see that difference. That is it. Now, once I'm done with this, if I'm happy with this, I'm happy with the gaps and all that. All that I do is select all. I go back to my AI tools or Underworld, and then I would say Studio Sound, right? So everything is selected. All that I need to do is to hit Studio Sound. And now it's going to, you can see it here, it's flashing. Once it finishes, it stops, right? So now Studio Sound is completed. Now let's listen if we're going to hear all those background noise. I hope you can hear it clearly.
Hey everyone. So today I want to talk about AI tools for business and how to change the way you work. So basically, if you are a tech professional and you are thinking about starting your own business with AI, the good news is that your skills are already worth more than you think. I have been working with a lot of clients lately, and what I keep hearing is that people are scared today. They are scared AI is going to replace them before they figure out how to use it to their advantage. So let's just say this clearly. AI
Guys, so I don't know, but there were a lot of background noise when I was recording this and when we played the original, the raw cut before the edit, there were a lot of background noise, but now I cannot hear anything. Me turning on the tap, turning on the pool pump, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear all the birds. I didn't hear the plane that was
is
going.
not here to replace you. AI is here to multiply what you already know. Now, the thing is, most tech professionals I work with, they already have the skills. They just don't know how to package them into a business. So what I want you to do is to stop waiting for the perfect, exactly what we help you do inside the AI Freedom Accelerator.
So you can see how this has been done quickly. Now, assuming this wasn't a demo, I would have done this within 5 minutes instead of using about 2 hours to do it. So, guys, if this was really valuable to you, if this was cool, you love this demo, and this was cool to you, give me a 2 in the chat. Let me know that this was valuable to you because we just reduce hours of editing into minutes, under 10 minutes. We did this under 10 minutes. If I was doing this by myself, it was going to be under 10 minutes. And so let's go back to our slides and let's finish. So for today, this demo has been done. So what we were able to achieve is that we cleaned the audio, we got a quality sound, we removed every filler word completely, and we also smoothed the flowing of the sentences by reducing the gaps. We tight, energetic pacing throughout, right? It flows and it sounds like a professional podcast or course. So you don't hear all the background noise, which is very irritating if it's in there. So here's what we just did together here. As I said, we removed the studio. We added studio sound. We removed filler words. We removed retakes and we shortened gaps. And what used to be 2 to 8 hours now takes us about 5 minutes to do that, all with the power of AI and Descript. And as usual, if you need Descript, you want to test drive Descript, this is the link. I already put it there. I'm going to share it again. You can get it from there, test drive it, and see if this is the tool that is going to help you with your workflow. And this is the course that I've been talking about, the AI Freedom Accelerator. And this is for tech people, for tech professionals. If you are in the tech industry, if you are in the IT industry, or if you are a professional and you think that you are meant for something bigger, then the AI Freedom Accelerator course is something that is good for you. And I just want you to know that your tech skills are worth more than just a salary. You can get more than you are getting, if you start your own AI consulting or agency. So stop renting your skills out to employers, right? You've already paid your dues, you've done so much for them. It's time for you to build something on your own, something for yourself, leave a legacy for your family. And the AI Freedom Accelerator cohort, the first cohort starts April 13th. And this is going to be a live group demo where I'm going to teach one on one. And it's only for 15 people because I want to support everybody throughout the journey. And this is built for tech, burnout tech professionals who want to use AI to build freedom and income. 6 weeks of live coaching on Zoom. And we do this on weekdays every evening. I mean, once every week in the evening. And this is week by week. You get clarity, mindset, positioning. I'm a life coach as well. So when it comes to working on the mindset, I'll be there for you. I'll be working with you deeper than what this course is about. Excuse me. Digital presence. I'm going to show you how to work on your LinkedIn profile, how to have a digital presence, how to exit whilst you are still earning money with your company, and you have your 90-day roadmap. So once after the 6 weeks, you have a 90-day plan that you are going to follow whilst you are still employed, and you go through that to build that business, that AI consulting business, that agency, whatever you are passionate about. And then you have an exit plan and everything you need to turn your tech skills into an AI business. The total value of this is $2,835, but for today, we are doing it for $497, which is the introductory price for this cohort because I want to get people in there for them to experience. And also, there's a money back guarantee. So for whatever reason, if after the 6 weeks you are not happy with it, or you don't have a plan, or you think that this is not for you, no questions asked, your money will be refunded to you. The second cohort is going to be 997 once we start. So this is just an introductory price for those of you who really want to start your business. If you are fed up with, the corporate and you are tired and you want to start your business, I've done it and I've walked that path before. And so I will be happy to hold your hand and help you do that. And there's a money back guarantee. It's 100%, no questions asked. And this is the website. You can always go to the website and check it out. And let me see. This is the website here. Let me share the link. so that you can also check it out yourself. But this is the website. You go there, this is for burnout tech professionals who knows AI is your way out, but has no idea where to start. A lot of people think that AI is going to come for their job. Of course, it's coming, like um, developers, right? Entry level developers and mid tier developers, the jobs are not available anymore. They have been, given to AI. So what do you do, right? Very soon, AI is going to come for your position if you don't position yourself properly. All that you already have all the skills, you have your tech skills, you have the knowledge, you have everything. You don't have to learn anything new. You just have to find out what AI layer will fit your domain or where you want to go. And that is what this program is all about. Within 6 weeks, you're going to have clarity of what you need to do. And this is what we are going to go through over in the 6 weeks period. So week one, clarity, you know where you are going. Week two, we work on the mindset. It's more going to be on life coaching and how to work on the mindset, how to work on the subconscious and all that kind of stuff. And then week three, we're going to position you to become the go-to AI expert in your field, in your domain, whatever you are doing. If you are a project manager or a business analyst or a cybersecurity analyst, IT manager, whatever you are doing in that tech space or your profession, we're going to get you to a point where you are going to become an expert in that field. We give you the digital presence. We show you where your clients are, where to find them, and how to package your offer. And then the week five, we work on the exit strategy, how to leave your corporate on your own terms. You don't have to burn your bridges. You want to do it the right way. And also, by the end of week six, you are going to have your 90-day plan to 6 months roadmap that you are going to follow whilst you are preparing to make that exit. And so, this is what this program is all about. So, yeah, the price is $497 for today. You can reserve your spot and go there, secure, check out, and make your payment and lock your spot because the spaces are filling fast. And I think that is it. And as usual, I'll encourage you to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so yet, and also share this video with other creators out there, other business owners who make videos. They need to see this video and like it. Come back to the comment section, ask your questions. I'm going to answer them myself. And let's meet again next week, and it's going to be the same time, 11 a.m. EST, of 3 p.m. GMT. I want to take this opportunity again to thank all of you for coming. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the kind words. Thanks for the encouragement. And I hope to see you next week. On that note, thank you. Namaste.